Okay, this is getting crazy. Just last week, we were hearing rumors that Resident Evil 9 is being delayed internally, and that instead of it being releasing next year because it was planned, we are getting a new Resident Evil remake. It could have been Resident Evil 1 remake, it could have been Resident Evil 5, Code Veronica, Revelations, and all that other stuff. However, today, Dusk Golem came forth and said that's no longer the case. In fact, they are so confident from the source that they've, heard all this, that they're saying Resident Evil 9 will be revealed soon. Even more so, ladies and gentlemen, that currently it is planned for Resident Evil 9 to drop early next year, aka January of 2025. There are a few things that we need to address. Number one, the leakers are claiming that the game has been in development for 7 years. Well, this is because, and we know it's true, because back when Resident Evil 8 dropped, that is before Resident Evil 4 was even a thing, confirmed, we were hearing that Resident Evil 9 and 8 were kind of been, in development at the same time, but not at the same time, almost in same time. So it makes sense for it to be in development for a long time, but understand, right? There are multiple teams, so some focus shifted on Resident Evil 4 remake and all that other stuff. So what we're trying to say is that it has been in development for a while now. Now Dusk Golem is claiming that Resident Evil 9 started development in early 2018 as a possible Resident Evil 8. But now Resident Evil 9 has the biggest budget and the biggest and most longest development time in the entirety of this series that any Resident Evil game has ever had. This is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Longer development time, biggest budget, very huge game. And because it is the last of the trilogy, Resident Evil 7 and 8, it is the end of the Ventures chapter, so that should tie up all the loose ends involving Ethan, Chris, and Rose, so that should be that. But I am really excited to see if the whole idea and the claims and the leaks of it being revealed soon are true. Because if that's the case, because there is a rumored PlayStation showcase this month, if it is true. Usually we know Resident Evil games get revealed on PlayStation events. If it is true, it could be a nasty month, ladies and gentlemen. It could be a nasty month, and I'm here for it. Which would beg the question, okay, if they close this chapter, are they doing it so that this chapter closes, then they can start a new chapter with the previous remake of Resident Evil 5, and then from there they span multiple stories and universes, because we know Jill Valentine is supposedly in this game as well. Resident Evil 9, it is the biggest game. There are a lot of characters returning in this game. We talked about the characters who would return and the, stakes that are at in this game. Supposedly, it could all change. Silent Hill 2 Remake is still on for later this year, ladies and gentlemen. The Bloober CEO, the development team behind Silent Hill 2 Remake and Layers of Fear, they are confident, ladies and gentlemen. They are confident that they will manage to get this game out later this year. More so that the CEO is saying that the game is in final stages, and they're confident, so much so that a reveal of the release date is soon to follow. Number 2, Silent Hill Ascension. Thank goodness it is finished. It is over. Now we can properly start the marketing for Silent Hill 2. Just think of it as a fever dream. Silent Hill Ascension, it never happened, ladies and gentlemen. There's a movie that is coming. I'm super duper excited for that. Silent Hill Townfall, kinda sorta excited for that. Still on edge. Gonna have to see more before I make my mind. And Silent Hill F, of course, that's gonna be litty as a berry. Silent Hill F and Silent Hill 2 remakes are the biggest one, right? They just make sense. They're like Resident Evil revival. Silent Hill 2 remake will be like Resident Evil 2 remake, and Silent Hill F is gonna be like Resident Evil 8. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Last month, there was some discussion surrounding Silent Hill, and people were praising Bloober Team, and I was like, what's going on? Am I tripping? People praising Bloober Team for Silent Hill? Then I saw is because there was an icon, the game icon, when you click on the game, you see the icon, that was posted on Steam, and the icon showed James' face, similar to, of course, the Silent Hill 2 original. And there we saw, and the community saw, a change in James' face compared to the remake trailer. It was a lot more subtle, very actually drained of any sort of expressions and emotions, and fans were praising the fact that this is what they were hoping to get in the first place. If that's the case, then we could see a new direction Bloober taking. Well, when I say direction, I mostly mean just changing animations and few like subtleties left, right, and center. Could it be the game might actually surprise everybody and people might actually like the game and actually enjoy it because it would surprise people? People are not expecting it to be good. Possible, ladies and personally, I still prefer the remake version of James Face. I think, sure, he can be seen as a depressed guy, not say much, and still feel 1,000 emotions. It is literally on the story writers to convey, and actors of course, to convey those things. So what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think a Silent Hill remake is, release date reveal is coming later this month? Do you think there is a PlayStation Showcase? Resident Evil new game might get revealed this month. So are we seeing a Silent Hill reveal? And surely Konami wouldn't want Silent Hill to be overshadowed by Resident Evil. Both game gets revealed on the event. What do you think people are going to talk about more? A release date for a remake that already was revealed with all the hype and whatnot, or a brand new game and very beloved, massively successful, back-to-back W's hits franchise? You'll be the judge of that, ladies and gentlemen. 100k journey continues. Susu for more Silent Hill Resident Evil content. I'll see you in the next one.